Si Mr. Santa Maria? Are you sure?
Yes, Your
Are
Honor.
you sure, ha? Pag nakita ko doon sa affidavit nila na hindi sila tumawag sa'yo, I'm telling you, to be precise, ha, Major De Mayo, ha, ikaw ang chief of police ni Alice. Were you aware that this Vietnamese national wanted to kill himself? Meron tayong video na ilalabas natin dito. Ang may-ari nun ay si Mr. Tony Yang. Si Mr. Tony Yang ay si Jin Xiang Yang na kapatid ni Michael Yang. Yes, so kilala mo, popular yan. Hindi pwedeng hindi popular yan. And most likely, no, the news about the transshipment of drugs, no, most likely, dyan din po dumadaan. Major De Mayo, natatanda mo yung panahon na pumunta sa iyong Vietnamese na nakatakas dun sa Sunyuan Corporation sa barangay Anupol, Bambantarlac?
Yes, Your Honor.
Who informed you na may tumakas na Vietnamese national doon?
Yung may-ari po nung lote kung saan po siya natagpuan.
Ang nag-inform sa iyo yung si Mr. Santa Maria? Are you sure?
Yes, Your
Are
Honor.
you sure, ha?
Yes, Your Honor.
Kasi meron silang affidavit that was signed, ha? Ha? Baka pag nakita ko doon sa affidavit nila na hindi sila tumawag sa iyo, I'm telling you, sino tumawag sa iyo at nagsabi na pumunta ka doon sa Samaritan?
Si Santa Maria mismo.
Si Santa Maria mismo ang nagsabi sa iyo.
Tumawag po siya sa talk po namin, Your Honor.
Tumawag sa iyo.
Yes.
Okay.
Sa TOC po namin.
Okay. So siya tumawag sa iyo at pumunta ka doon.
Actually, yung investigator po natin, yung
Sino yung investigador na pumunta doon?
si Eduardo Hipolito, Your Honor.
Anong time and date mo na-receive yung pagtawag ni Mr. Santa Maria? You have to be precise, ha? Major De Mayo, ha? Ikaw ang chief of police ni Alice.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Anong time and date?
Sa record po namin, Your Honor, February 25 po.
February 25. 2024. Okay. According sa affidavit ni Nguyen Minh Duc, ito yung ito yung nag-suffer kaya tumakas And he was saying doon sa Samaritan na ano ba, restaurant ba 'yon? Restaurant ba 'yon? Yung Samaritan place?
Hindi po, Your Honor, parang farm po siya.
Farm.
Lugar po nung compound po ito ni Mr. Santa Maria.
Were you aware that this Vietnamese national wanted to kill himself? Meron tayong video na ilalabas natin dito that he wanted to kill himself kaysa sumama sa inyo para ibalik doon sa Sunyuan. And did you offer an affidavit of desistance to this Vietnamese national? Yes or no?
No, Your Honor.
No.
Yes, Your
Are
Honor.
you sure?
Yes, Your Honor.
Kasi, kasama ba PAOK TF? Kasama ba sila sa kaso na pinila ng PAOK about this issue regarding this Vietnamese national, si Nguyen Minh Duc?
Si Mr. Duc or Danny is one of our witnesses complainants po doon sa original case na pinail natin laban doon sa unang 8 foreign nationals po na nakasuhan natin.
Okay, De Mayo, did you purchase or somebody order you to purchase a flight, a one-way ticket going to Vietnam?
No, Your Honor.
Are you sure?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, De Mayo, I'm again warning you, nawawala lang yung ticket dito, pero I got the ticket, the one-way ticket of Cebu Pacific, and we will try to find out from Cebu Pacific who purchased this ticket or or, ayan na, yung ticket na yan. Somebody bought this sa Cebu Pacific para ibigay doon kay Nguyen Minduk. And an affidavit of desistance was offered to him. As a matter of fact, yung kanyang affidavit, nakasulat dito, accusing the PNP for offering that affidavit of desistance and offering as well this Cebu Pacific ticket para makauwi na siya at hindi na siya bumalik doon sa Bamban. Now you are denying all of this.
Yes, Your Honor.
You are denying that you bought this.
I did not bought that, Your Honor.
So sino bumili nito?
I don't know, Your Honor.
Hindi ba si Mayor Alice Go ang bumili nito? Mayor, hindi ba ikaw bumili nito? Okay. So may tuwanag ha. In the next hearing, Mr. Chairman will be asking the Cebu Pacific through Mr. Frederick Go to give us a detail of the February 27 booking date 2024. Booking reference number OF7NNS. Flight from Manila to Ho Chi Minh. Okay? So, basically, we will be able to find out sino ang bumili ng ticket na to. Kung ikaw o somebody ordered you para bumili ng ticket na to. Hindi. Gusto nila pauwiin si yung Vietnamese para hindi na siya tumistigo against the yung sa Pogo, and at the same time doon sa mga opisyal sa PNP. Okay, alright. So, Miss Alice Go, balik tayo dun sa issue ng kanina, a lot of congressmen were asking about if you identified a certain Ho Jing Yang na kapatid ni Michael Yang. Do you know Ho Jing Yang?
Your Honor, yung picture po na pinakita po sa akin kanina.
Yes, oo.
Hindi
Pakita
ko-
natin. Hindi.
Opo.
Si Ho Jing Yang, hindi mo siya kilala.
Yung
And-
picture po, Your Honor, na pinakita po kanina na both dalawa po.
Yes?
Wala po akong kilala kahit isa po doon.
Wala kang kilala doon.
Wala po.
Okay, hindi, Michael Yang, may kilala ka Michael Yang? Wala ka na kilala. Sige, before that, Mr. Chairman, allow me, to, kasi you were telling the Senate that yung pag alis mo sa Pilipinas ay you testified ba sa Senate that you hindi ka nag-testify doon about yung travel mo palabas ng bansa?
Opo.
Mr. Chair, I just wanted to show something, and this might help the inquiry of this Quad Committee in relation to the flight of Miss Alice Go and maybe some of her companion. So siguro, ilabas lang muna natin yung we were able to gather this information sa CAAP, no? And from Manila, nung I think that was on August, from Manila to Singapore, meron pong tatlong Chinese na mga pilots. Si Captain Chin Kian Tan, si Guan Seng Lo, si Yung Sen Gao. At ang gamit po nila ay Pacific Flight Services Company. Umalis sila ng Manila papunta ng Singapore at wala silang pasahero. No naman, sumunod na same another week, from Puerto Princesa, pumunta sila ng Singapore. Certain personalities, pilots here, wala rin silang pasahero. Yung second natin, dito naman po, from Clark, point of origin nila, pumunta sila sa Kota Kinabalu. Meron din po silang tatlong Chinese na mga piloto. Si Captain Kuo Li Quan, si Chang Fortune, si Wang Shengkai, si Chen Yu. Mr. Chairman, wala rin silang pasahero. Ito noong June 30, 2024. At ikato naman, dito, Mr. Chairman, kung mapapansin mo, noong July 3, PhilJets Aero Charter Corporation, Puerto Princesa, papunta rin ng Singapore. Ang kanilang mga pilots are all mentioned here, wala rin silang pasahero. So, we need to investigate this matter, and we will be inviting yung immigration, custom, and quarantine. Kasi alam niyo itong mga charter flight na ganito, yung mga cargo flights, chine-check po yung mga tao or yung mga cargos or yung mga daladala na doon sa private plane. And we wanted to ask the Bureau of Immigration. Andito po ang Bureau of Immigration? Yes, ayan na pala ang BI. BI, can you kindly check these charter flights? Marami itong mga hawak kong mga charter flights na wala silang laman papunta sa Singapore. From Singapore o kaya going to Kota Kinabalu, Malaysia. So, can
yes,
we solicit some answer, please?
We'll have it checked, Your Honor. At the end of the committee hearing, Your Honor, I'll just get, if it's possible, to get copies of those.
I will be giving you all these documents.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah. Okay. Custom. Andiyan ba custom? So we'll be asking also custom kung nagbabalanse po yung declaration ng CAAP, declaration ng immigration, declaration ng Bureau of Customs, and declaration ng quarantine. Kasi iba-iba po yan eh. Bago sila umalis dito, dapat lahat yan may checklist sa kanilang tinatawag na general declaration. Otherwise, kapag hindi nag-match-match to, there must be something wrong with this, Mr. Chairman. And I believe, do sa period ng from June, last week of June, up to August, doon natin makikita kung talaga sila ay nagbiyahe ng cargo, private plane, or talaga nagbiyahe sila sa pagitan ng bangka papunta doon po sa Malaysia or Singapore. Well, Alice, during the time that you were testifying in the Senate, you did not confirm the testimony of Alice Go, no? Of Sheila Go, right?
I confirm po yung kay Sheila po.
Nag-confirm ka na nagbangka kayo.
Opo.
So, how many days nyo nakuha yung biyahe?
Your Honor, dahil po nung Monday po, final po ako ng immigration. Kaya ngayon po, I invoke my right against
Okay.
self-incrimination.
Sige. Alright.
Sorry
So,
po talaga.
Sino? Si Cassandra, kasama daw si Cassandra. Hindi, si Cassandra, nag-ano siya, nag-pain eh. Pero during that time, sa Senado, sinabi mo yun, di ba? Na nagbiyahe kayo?
Opo.
What's the difference of telling us?
Nung time po kasi wala pa pong kaso. Nung Monday po, finalan na po ako ng immigration.
Anyway, Mr. Chairman, the documents or the testimony of our resource person can be used as well by this committee for that purpose. Okay, so ngayon naman, yung sa rate sa Cagayan, I'll be asking the region, Cagayan de Oro City. Andiyan ba yung PNP nung region? What region is that? The Cagayan de Oro City? Region 10. Sige, I'll be asking the region 10, please. And the Chief of Police of Cagayan de Oro City, what is the name of the PNP?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Police Colonel Salvador Adam, Your Honor.
Police Salvador, did you take
Salvador Adam, Your Honor, Region 10.
did you take your oath?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, can you kindly tell us about what transpired during your operation on the raid of the alleged Pogo in Cagayan de Oro City?
Your Honor, I would just like to inform Your Honor that we have not conducted any raid against Pogo, Your Honor, under my term. But last...
You mean hindi ka nag-conduct ng operation doon sa... It's all over the news. Cop raid alleged Pogo hub in Cagayan de Oro. Police have raided an alleged Pogo hub inside the subdivision in Barangay Cugman, Cagayan de Oro. During the operation, police found that the area appeared to be dormant.
That's not a raid, Your Honor. That's an inspection, Your Honor.
Oh, it's an inspection.
Yes, Your Honor. Actually, Your Honor, the POGO operations in Cagayan de Oro City already ended last July 2023, Your Honor.
Pero meron silang Pogo talaga doon.
Yes, publicly, Your Honor.
And you were able to see all the desktops, kasi nandun sa report eh.
Yes,
na,
Your Honor.
Na meron pang mga computers, meron pang mga chairs, meron pang mga
Only
tables.
chairs and tables, Your Honor.
Ha?
Chairs and tables, Your Honor.
No.
No more computers, Your Honor.
But sa picture meron computers, ayan o. Ayan o. Ayan, read nyo o. Ayan. Mga computers yan, di ba? Di ba? Wala bang computers? Ano ba yan?
I think that's chairs, Your Honor.
Because on the report, on the news report, ayan o. Alleged use by a Pogo were still there, including computer desks. Walang computer.
Walang
Computer
computer.
desk lang.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Sige. Do you know that the company is owned by the Philippine Sanjian Steel Corporation?
Your Honor, the name in the was reported to me, Your Honor, is Oro One. This Oro One Incorporated, Your Honor.
Or one?
Yes, Your
Is
Honor.
it a part of the PBDEC, the Philippine Industrial Authority?
Your Honor, PBDIC is located in Taguluan area, Your Honor, while this place, Aluana compound, is located in Bukman, Cagayan de
Yes.
Oro City.
But this is owned by the same person. Am I correct?
I have no idea, Your Honor.
You don't have any idea. But I have an idea. I have an answer to my question. This is owned by the same person. And you know who owned the same place? The Philippine Sanjia Steel Corporation, and that one that you have inspected.
Again, Your Honor.
Kilala mo ba, kasi tinatanong ko kung kilala mo, sabi mo hindi mo kilala yung owner nung in-inspect ninyo at yung Philippine Sanjia Steel Corporation.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ang may-ari nun ay si Mr. Tony Yang. Si Mr. Tony Yang ay si Jin Xiang Yang na kapatid ni Michael Yang at kapatid ni Ho Jing Yang. You don't know that?
I have no idea with the... I only know Mr. Yang, Your Honor.
I want to show you a picture. Baka maalala mo kasi taga-Cagayan ka. Major, Colonel, pakinggan mo ako. You are from Cagayan de Oro City.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you are Chief of Police of Cagayan de Oro City.
Yes, Your Honor.
Kung taga ron ka, kilala mo yung mga negosyante doon. Am I right?
Not also, Your Honor.
Hindi mo kilala to bilang head siya ng Chamber of Commerce sa Cagayan de Oro, and I will show you a picture. Can you kindly show it? Yan, kilala mo siya. Tony Yang, kapatid ni Michael Yang at kapatid ni Ho Jing Yang na nagkaroon ng transaksyon kay Alice Go through a financial transaction of almost 3.3 billion. And this is the eldest brother of Michael Yang and Ho Jing Yang. Do you know him? Yes or no?
Yes, Your Honor.
Kilala mo?
In the middle, Your Honor.
Yes, so kilala mo. Popular yan. Hindi pwedeng hindi popular yan. Ha? Anyway, I will show you another picture. No, not that one. Balik. Balik. Okay. Yan. Alice, wala kang kilala sa tatlong yan na magkakapatid? Si
Wala
Ho Jing
po.
Yang, si Jian Xing Yang, at si Hong Ming Yang?
Wala po.
Wala
po.
kang kilala talaga
Wala
dyan?
po, wala
Sa
po,
mga
wala
yan?
po. Wala
Itong
po.
si Hong Jing Yang na paki-forward mo yung transaction nila. Yung si Hong Jing Yang na naka-transact mo through bank transactions?
Never ko po siya nakatransact po, Your Honor.
O paano yung nagsasend sila ng pera sa iyo na hindi mo nakakilala sila?
Wala naman po sila sinisend po sa akin na pera po, Your
Oh,
Honor.
yes, of course. You will, Now, sige, balik tayo dun sa propose nilang, yung Philippine Sanjia Steel Corporation. According sa kanilang, balik mo sa dati, kanina. Yan. According sa kanilang proposal, doon sa PBDEG, okay, sinasabi nila that itong kumpanyang to is a Philippine-owned corporation. It is a 47 hectares na kanilang development ay may kasamang wharf o yung tinatawag na ano yung tinatawag doon sana? Meron silang port. And may seaport sila, steel corporation sila, manufacturing company sila ng steel, meron silang port doon sa 47 hectares that was constructed and approved on 2018. But kung titignan po natin yung presidente nila na si Antonio Lim, na siya rin po si Tony Yang, at siya rin po si Xianjian Li Yang, Mr. Chairman, he is a pure Chinese national. I wanted to show the passport of Mr. Jianxin Yang. Can you kindly show the passport? Yan po yung passport niya. And I think, mamaya tanungin natin ng PAO because I think they will be presenting something as well. No? With this regard. So, si Antonio Lim, si Tony Yang, si Yang Jianxing is a Chinese national. How can he own a property and bought lands doon po sa Cagayan de Oro City, 1,000 or 100 of hectares for being a Chinese national? Again, dito po natin makikita, Mr. Chairman, that indeed, pretending to be Filipino and trying to get a passport through PSA, ginamit na naman po yung ating mga ahensya para po makabili sila ng mga property and to transact and use this Philippine Steel Corporation or Philippine Sanjia Steel Corporation as a front. Because, Mr. Chairman, nung 2000, binuli nila yung Yangtze Group Trade Company Incorporated. And at the same time, yung Golden Sun Cargo Examination Service Corporation. And at the same time, Mr. Chairman, ito pong Yangtze na rice mill nila, later on, probably, will be asking as well the PAO to give us more detail, no, about the transaction that they have undergo. Doon sa mga critical na mga personalities that are involved with drugs. Yung mga personalities that we mentioned in the Committee on Dangerous Drugs are involved in this bank financial transaction. Mr. Chairman, I want also to show yung ating pong Philippine Sanjia Steel Corporation. Paki-show yung mapa.
Good day for a date. Bad day for kate. Baka dandruff yan. Mag-new Head and Shoulders every day. So you're up to 100% dandruff-free every day. Head and Shoulders.
Pakita lang yung ito. Pakita.
Before that, let me acknowledge the presence of our Deputy Speaker, Raymond Mendoza.
Mr. Chairman, that is the Philippine Steel Corporation. They are a 47 hectare with a lease agreement with PBDEC, which the PBDEC, the Philippine Industrial Authority natin, owned by the government, 22 hectares doon. pinaupahan natin sa kanila. Pinaupahan natin sa kanila ng 30 pesos per square meter. Meron silang port. And accordingly, nagtataka tayo, lalo na yung PAOK, nagtataka rin sila, bakit may mga Chinese nationals dyan? And at the same time, Mr. Chairman, no, maraming nagdadak dyan ng mga ship. And most likely, no, the news about the transshipment of drugs, no, most likely, dyan din po dumadaan. Mr. Chairman, I would like to invite also Miss Gemeline S. Cruz. Siya po ang bagong presidente ng Sunyuan Technology. And Roderick Puhante. Siya po ang VP and Treasurer. And si Jason Maswerte. No? Maswerte sila, hindi sila naimbitahan. Pero ngayon, we have to invite them because they are the new Sunyuan Technology Incorporated na Presidente, Vice President, Treasurer. And they are the one who paid $500,000 sa PAGCOR. And we have to invite also Joan Estomo and also si a certain, I cannot read the name, siya yung Mr. Chairman, representative na nagbayad ng $250,000. So we need to find out who gave them the money para at least malaman po natin sa kanila kung saan nagaling pera na pinambayad nila. Ha? Yeah. And also, let's invite also Quijano. Oh yeah, Quijano is the yes, the PBDEC. Yes, a while ago I tried to invite PBDEC, the one who signed the MOA, the Memorandum of Understanding between Tony Yang and the PBDEC was Attorney Quijano. And one of the administrator also is Pompey Labina. And the new administrator of that PBDEC must be also invited on the next hearing, Mr. Chairman. So, lastly, Mr. Chairman, last na po, Cassandra, natatanda mo nung last hearing, binanggit mo sa akin na meron ka atang 3 accounts sa sa bangko, di ba? Pero and I ask you kung totoo yun na 3 accounts. Sabi ko 10, di ba? Then sabi mo hindi, baka mga 3 lang. Ano ba totoo? Ilan ang account mo sa bangko?
Mr. Chair, I'm not sure po.
Hanggang ngayon di ka pa sure.
Wala naman po akong contact with
Kasi ako, meron akong hawak dito Catherine, Cassandra, meron kang 11 account, including a policy. You have a pro-life insurance? Yes, di ba? So, you have a 10 account from a policy from pro-life. Di ba? So, sa 11 accounts mo, kasi, so ngayon, naniniwala ka na sa akin na meron kang 10 accounts. Kasi the last time that I asked you, di ba, meron kang 10, 9, 8, sabi ko, di ba? Kasi I know that you have 10 accounts.
I'm not sure po.
Hanggang ngayon, you're telling us na you're not yet sure.
Yes po, Mr. Chair, kasi wala po akong, yung mga record ko po. Again, hindi ko po ma-check yung mga record ko.
Sa hanggang ngayon, di mo ma-check yung mga records mo.
Opo.
Now, you are the whirlwind beneficial owner with a 58%. You know the transaction or financial transaction that happened with that company. Yung kasi marami yung transaction di ba? Issue ng cheque, pasok ng pera. Kasi you have like 23 transactions doon that involves almost 211 million. And with your accounts, the 11 accounts, you have almost 198 million. So, do you have an idea that almost kalahating billion yung transaction that you have transacted with your own 11 banks and your Willwin Corporation?
Can I consult my lawyer
Sige,
po?
yeah, go ahead.
Thank you.
pakilabas nga. Yes, Kasi.
Mr. Chair, I
You invoke your right.
Opo, kasi may money laundering na po.
Sige, okay. Pero you are the 58% owner of the Whirlwind, di ba? 58% ka eh. And kung pagbabasihan natin yung assessment doon, 2.5 billion, that's almost 1 billion plus. So, ang laking pera nun kasi eh, di ba? But of course, I don't want to dwell with it anymore. But in here, clearly, 20% lang si Duaren Wu, ikaw 58%. So, there must be somebody who is the boss. Kasi kung 58% ka, 20% lang si Duaren sa Whirlwind Corporation, so you must be the the owner. Majority owner. Cassandra. Yes. Kasi kung pagbabasihan mo, Mr. Chairman, itong issue ng Pamban, saka ng PORAC, they are almost the same. Sa PORAC, meron silang Whirlwind. Sa Banban naman, meron silang Baofu. Meron silang Sun Yen na Pogo. Meron naman sa Lucky South. At dito naman sa Cagayan, meron naman silang Philippine Sanjia Steel Corporation na kung saan yun po yung nagiging kanilang legitimate na business para itago yung money laundering, including yung mga drugs na possible doon dumadaan sa port ng Cagayan de Oro City. And we need to really establish, and I have also the copy of the from PAOK, mamaya sabihin siguro ng PAOK, yung kanilang tinatawag na development, what do you call that? The business, the design of the business plan that was submitted, sa municipality or sa city of Cagayan de Oro, telling us that the design of those manufacturing company were the same as that of the PORAC and the Banban. Kaya medyo malalim po itong isyong ito that we need to dwell deeply, Mr. Chairman. But for the meantime, yun muna siguro isang tanong na lang kay Cassandra. Cassandra, I'll be asking this on behalf of my former director in the movie industry, si Direk Eric Mati. He was asking me kasi, saan ka nagpasalon? Pag ko pa kulay ng buhok. Kasi the last time you were here, hindi ganyan ang kulay ng buhok mo, saka hindi ganyan curly.
Mr. Chair, ganito pa rin po yung kulay ng buhok ko since
The last time?
po.
Kasi baka alam mo...
Tapos,
okay, sige.
Tapos po, yung kulot po is DIY, 30.
Ginan mo lang. Kasi baka mamaya merong salon na kami dito sa HOR, sa aming detention facility. The chairman is asking me if pwede din siyang magpakulay ng buhok dun sa facility natin. I just wanted to make it light, yung ating pong discussion. But if indeed there is a existing salon in the detention center, then I will be filing a resolution. Ano ba? Confirming or Sige, Kasi. Sige.
Yung hair color ko, ito pa rin po naman since then.
Yan ba yung
po.
dati?
Except na lang siguro kung, di ba, nagsha-shower naman po. So,
Hindi, parang naiba kasi ang kulay.
Opo.
Kasi everybody was trying to tell me na parang nabago yung hair mo. But ano na yan, beside the point.
Parang alam mo ang buhok. Kulay ng buhok.
Text lang si Direk. Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. Maraming po salamat.